Good morning and welcome to John Beck. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, December 5th, 2022, and it is a day C for instrumentals. It is also a day 3. Now, before we kick off this incredible and wonderful day, please join me and stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Go ahead, take a seat. I'm so happy that you're here at school to kick off this wonderful day. We've got another week ahead of us, and your teachers have spent a lot of time, their own time over the weekend planning for all the great experiences, learning experiences that you guys will have. And none of that will happen if you don't show up. So I'm so happy you're here so that we can enjoy the learning experience and, of course, enjoy each other's company. And that's really great as well. Let's go over our lunch menu for today. We have 4 choices as always. Your first choice, your hot meal, is a cheese Bosco stick with marinara sauce. Choice 2 is a yogurt parfait with a snack bag. Choice 3 is a lunchbox meal for with ham with kindergarten through 2nd grade. And then for 3rd through 6th grade, it's a ham sandwich. And last but not least, choice 4, sun butter sandwich. So make sure you choose your lunches accordingly. And of course, if you're a packer, you're already good to go. All right, you already know we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, be respectful to yourself. Everyone touch your chest, touch your shoulder. Recognize you exist, you're just as important, and you want to do things that respect yourself. You deserve it. Not only that, other people should be respecting you. The only way other people will respect you is if you offer that respect back to everybody else, okay? So also show respect to everyone else, your friends, people who aren't your close friends, but they're classmates perhaps, other students in the school, people who ride the school bus, people who sit around you at lunch, your teachers. Mr. Lin, show that respect to other people, and then that will be an invitation for everybody else to show that same respect back to you. You deserve it. They deserve it. We can do this, guys. We can do it all day long, all right? Show responsibility. That's number 2. That responsibility isn't just with our hands and our feet and our mouths and the words that come out of it, but it matters, right? These things are neither good or bad. I want you to remember that our hands aren't good. They're not necessarily bad. It all comes down to how we want to use them, how we choose to use them. And if we don't take that breath and stop and really choose what our hands and our feet and our mouths are going to do, we might accidentally do things that are disrespectful and irresponsible. But if we pause and we say, my hand is amazing and it can do some great things. My feet are amazing. They can do some great things and helpful things. The words that come out of my mouth, okay, they can be really, really helpful to people. They can be loving, caring, and encouraging, right? Well, then use them that way, right? But being responsible also means when you say you're going to do something, make sure you put in the effort to try to make it happen, okay? You don't want to be a liar. You don't want to be somebody who people don't trust. Guys, mean what you say what you mean, okay? So it's not just encouraging words, but also meaning what you say. Last but not least, show that you're ready to tackle today. It's a Monday. Some of us may be a little bit sleepy coming out of the weekend. That's normal. If you look at your teachers, they may be feeling the same way. But here we are anyways. I'm so happy you're here. Let's tackle this day. We can get rolling, guys. We really can. And I think that if we love, care, and encourage each other, we could really, really get going. Okay? All right. I have no special announcements today other than the fact that I'm really happy that you're here, and it's a fabulous Monday. And, well, I hope that you join me in celebrating this awesome day. But let's go over this day in history. This is pretty interesting. So, today is December 5th, 2022. Let's take ourselves back before the Civil War to the year 1848, okay? And I'm not going to start on December 5th. I want to go back earlier in the year to January 24th. There was a guy working at a place called Sutter's Mill out in California. And he was helping Mr. Sutter kind of grow his farm out there in California when in the stream he discovered something shiny. And he bent over and picked it up. And in his hands were gold. What was a gold nugget? Gold, guys. And if you're thinking a lot of money, you're right. So it's interesting. The gentleman was really excited about it. Like, hey, literally stumbled on a gold mine. And if he could mine more gold, he's going to make it rich. The owner of the farm, Mr. Sutter, was actually surprisingly pretty upset. He really wasn't as interested in the gold. He just wanted to grow a really prosperous farm. And he knew that if people knew that there was gold found on his farm, other people will come and start coming onto his land, trampling over his crops just to get more gold. And so he tried to keep it a secret, but the guy who found it, he was really excited. He was beginning to make plans to come back to the land. And he was telling people, and before long, the rumor made it from California all the way across the country back east. And on December 5th, 1848, the President of the United States, President James Polk, did finally confirm to Congress that indeed gold was found in this territory. California wasn't even actually an official state back then. It was just a territory that in the territory of California, close to a town called Sacramento, gold was found. Well, within a year, hundreds of thousands of people started moving out there, right? In fact, right here in Lancaster, there was a special kind of wagon that would be pulled by oxen, and it had this kind of cloth tent, circular kind of, that went over it. You might have seen pictures of that, okay? It's called the Conestoga wagon, named after right here in Lancaster County, the Conestoga region, where they would make these wagons. And very famously, all these wagon trains would go out, everyone looking for gold. And Mr. Sutter, well, his worst nightmare actually happened. People started trampling all over his land. And before long, he just had to leave. He wasn't interested in the gold. He left. And here's the interesting part, too. After the announcement on December 5th, 1848, and then the ensuing mob of people coming over in the following year in 1849, Mr. Sutter actually ended up moving back east. He sent his own daughter to a private school in Lititz called Linden Hall, and he himself actually ended up moving to Lititz. Mr. Sutter, believe it or not, is actually buried here in Lititz. But it was his land out in California where the first bit of gold was found. And all of those settlers that moved out west, that trampled over his farm and other people's farms looking for gold, that was in the year 1849 when most of them went over, which is why out close to Sacramento is a city called San Francisco, and there's actually a football team called the 49ers. If you've ever wondered why their football team is called the 49ers, it's kind of in memory of all those settlers who came in 1849 during the California Gold Rush. All right, so anyways, it's a little piece of history for you, a little bit of gold, a little bit of California, a little bit of sports, and a lot of connections to Lancaster County and Lititz. Thought you would enjoy it. All right, anyways, listen, if nobody has told you this, I love you, I care about you, and I'm here to encourage you. You know what to do. Go spread the news, spread the word to other people, make them feel loved, make them feel cared for, and make them feel encouraged with our mouths, with our hands, with our feet, being respectful, getting that respect back. Guys, it's not just 3 words. We're making a movement, and I want you to join me. All right? Can't wait to see you guys around. Have an amazing day.